Long ago, in a hidden valley far beyond the reach of any map, there existed an ancient order of warriors known as the Moonfire Clan. They protected secrets of mystical martial arts passed down for centuries, hidden from the eyes of the world. The Moonfire warriors were fierce and disciplined, each bound by an oath of loyalty, except for one. Her name was Lien. From an early age, she knew she was different. The Moonfire Clan, steeped in tradition, had always favored its male warriors. Boys were chosen to train as future leaders, while girls were expected to serve in the shadows. Yet, Lien's spirit burned brighter than any flame, refusing to be confined by the roles set for her. When she was only 10, Lien discovered a talent that set her apart from all others, the ability to hide her aura. This gift allowed her to become invisible to even the most seasoned warriors, her presence undetectable. She would sneak into training sessions, watching the boys spar, learning their moves, and pushing herself beyond the limits imposed by her elders. Lien, hidden behind a tree, watches the boys sparring in the courtyard. She imitates their moves in silence, her small frame darting and twisting as she practices. Just as she finishes a particularly tricky maneuver, a soft giggle breaks her concentration. Lien whips around to find her best friend, May, leaning against the tree, arms crossed and smiling. "I thought I'd find you here." "Sneaking around again, Lien?" "You caught me, May. But I have to practice somehow. They won't let me train officially." May walks over, placing a reassuring hand on Lien's shoulder. The two girls sit down, looking out at the courtyard where the boys continue their sparring. "You shouldn't have to hide your talent. You're better than half of them already." "I don't understand why the elders can't see that." "It's because I'm a girl. They don't think I belong here. They say I should focus on other things, cooking, sewing, learning to be a proper lady of the clan." Asterisk. May makes a face, clearly annoyed by the clan's old-fashioned beliefs. She nudges Lien playfully. "Proper lady, huh? Well, I've seen you disarm 3 boys at once, including Jian. He still can't believe he lost to you last week." "Jian? He underestimated me." The look on his face when he hit the ground was priceless. "And he's still trying to convince everyone it was just a fluke. But I know better. You'd make a terrible proper lady, but an incredible warrior. You're the only one who believes in me, May. That's because I know you. And I promise I'll always have your back, no matter what. One day, everyone else will see it too." Lien links her pinky finger with May's, sealing the promise. They share a quiet moment, watching the sunset together, the sky painted in hues of red and gold. "I'll prove them wrong. I'll become a warrior they can't ignore. And I'll be right there with you, cheering you on and patching you up when you overdo it, as usual." As the two friends laugh, their bond growing stronger, a promise of support in a world that often tried to push them down. May's unwavering belief in Lien becomes a source of strength that Lien carries with her through the years. In the moonlit hours, Lien honed her skills in secret, mastering a long-forgotten, forbidden martial art known as the shadow dance. This style, said to be too deadly and chaotic, was banned by the clan generations ago. It was a dance of fluidity and power, drawing on the inner darkness and using it as a weapon. The boys mocked her for being a girl, relegated to the sidelines. But they didn't know Lien's secret. They didn't see the deadly force she was becoming, the warrior who could vanish from sight and strike with the precision of a viper. A sparring match in the clan. A male warrior smirks as he faces off against Lien, believing it to be an easy match. With a sudden movement, Lien disappears, her aura completely masked. The male warrior looks around in confusion, unable to sense her presence. Where did she go? Is this some kind of trick? In a flash, Lien appears behind him, sweeping his legs with a swift, powerful kick. He falls to the ground, stunned. The other students gasp in shock. As Lien's skills grew, so did the whispers among the clan. She was both feared and envied, a girl who defied tradition and excelled in a forbidden art. But the elders dismissed her talents, blinded by their prejudice. They believed that no woman could ever become a true warrior, let alone master the dangerous and unpredictable shadow dance. She's a girl. Her place is not in the arena, but in the kitchen. The arts of war are not for her. Asterisk. Yet she moves like a shadow, unseen and unstoppable. There's something unnatural about her. If they won't teach me, I'll learn on my own. I'll become the warrior they never expected. The Moonfire Clan had no idea that their greatest hope lay not in the boys they trained, but in the girl they ignored. Despite her strength, the elders viewed Lien's abilities as dangerous. They believed that women were not meant to wield the shadow dance, until her mastery reached a level that could no longer be ignored. She is a threat to our traditions. If she is not contained, she could dismantle the order we've held for generations. Perhaps she is the warrior prophesied to protect us in times of darkness. Lien, who overhears the elders' conversation and decides to leave the clan to seek her destiny elsewhere. She gathers her friends and silently disappears into the night. But Lien's journey would not end with her departure from the clan. Unbeknownst to her, dark forces had been stirring in the underworld, with a ruthless sorcerer known as the Obsidian Emperor seeking to enslave the land. And the Moonfire Clan's secrets were exactly what he needed to awaken an ancient army. Lien's path crossed with that of villagers fleeing from the Emperor's cursed forces. In a small village under attack, she revealed her true powers for the first time, taking down enemies with a lethal combination of speed, strength, and cunning. But she soon realized that her skills alone might not be enough. As she caught her breath, a chill ran down her spine. The Moonfire Clan was under attack. The Obsidian Emperor had discovered their hidden sanctuary, and his forces had already begun their assault. Lien knew that without her help, her clan, the very people who had shunned her, would not stand a chance. Though they had never accepted her, the Moonfire Clan was still her home. She couldn't abandon them, not when they faced annihilation. She had to return, not as a runaway, but as their only hope. Hold the line. We must protect the temple's inner sanctum at all costs. It's no use. They're too powerful. Where are our strongest fighters? In their darkest hour, when all seemed lost, she appeared like a shadow under the moonlight. The same girl they had once ridiculed, now fighting with the strength and grace of 100 warriors. It can't be, the shadow dance. She's mastered it. Regroup and protect the wounded. I'll hold them off. You saved us. I'm not here for your thanks. I'm here because we face a greater enemy. If we don't stand together, the Moonfire Clan will fall. Despite her incredible skill, the numbers were against her. The Obsidian Emperor's dark magic was unyielding, his army relentless. For the first time, Lien felt the weight of the battle pressing down on her. She knew her strength alone would not be enough to stop the coming storm. She takes a deep breath, glancing back at the elders. Her expression is fierce, a challenge burning in her eyes. The Moonfire Clan's grand hall, dimly lit by flickering lanterns. The elders sit in a semicircle, their expressions stern and unforgiving. Lien, bloodied and bruised from a recent battle against the Obsidian Emperor's forces, stands defiantly before them. The battle with the Obsidian Emperor's dark army had left the Moonfire Clan fractured and vulnerable. With their strongest warriors defeated, the elders were faced with an impossible decision. And at the center of it all stood Lien, the woman they had scorned and underestimated. You dare return here, Lien? After defying our teachings and abandoning the clan, you have the audacity to demand our help. Asterisk. I left because you refused to see what was right before you. The Obsidian Emperor's forces are growing stronger every day. Your precious male warriors couldn't stop them. Now you have no choice but to listen to me. In the chaos of battle, it was Lien who held the line, her forbidden shadow dance cutting down foes like a phantom. But even her mastery was not enough against the dark sorcery wielded by the Obsidian Emperor. I'm not here to ask for your approval. I'm here because there's only one way to defeat the Emperor, and we all know it. Teach me the celestial strike. The elders exchange uneasy glances. This forbidden technique, a legendary martial art said to channel the very essence of the moon itself, was so powerful it could obliterate any opponent in a single blow, but at a devastating cost. The Celestial Strike? You think you can master a move that requires absolute control over one's spirit? A technique that could end your life if you falter for even a moment? Asterisk. I've mastered the shadow dance, the very art you deemed too dangerous. I've fought your battles, protected your people, while you hid behind your traditions. I will do whatever it takes to stop him, even if it means giving up my life. The tension in the room is palpable. The elders, visibly shaken, realize the gravity of the situation. They had seen the destruction the Obsidian Emperor had wrought, their greatest warriors lay defeated, and their ancient temple was in ruins. They had no one else to turn to. For years, the elders clung to their outdated beliefs, convinced that no woman could wield the clan's greatest power. But now, faced with an enemy who threatened to destroy everything they had ever known, they could no longer deny the truth standing before them. We have no other choice. The Obsidian Emperor's magic grows stronger each day. If we do not act now, the Moonfire Clan will fall, along with the rest of the land. Lian, if you truly believe you can master the Celestial Strike, we will teach you. But know this, the cost of failure is your life. Lian kneels before the elders, her eyes filled with fierce determination. Then let it be so. I will not fail. Lian, drenched in sweat, pushes herself beyond her limits, mastering the intricate forms of the Celestial Strike. Her aura pulses with raw, untamed energy as she hones her spirit into a single, devastating technique. The elders watch from a distance, their expressions a mix of awe and fear. Day and night, Lian trained relentlessly. She poured her soul into mastering the Celestial Strike, a technique that required perfect unity between body and spirit. It was an art designed to channel the very essence of the moon itself, unleashing a blow so powerful it could shatter even the strongest magic. Lian, standing atop a cliff at dawn, gazes towards the horizon where dark clouds gather, a storm brewing over the Obsidian Emperor's fortress. She grips her fans tightly, her aura now calm and controlled, her eyes filled with unbreakable resolve. The elders had given her their most dangerous secret, and she had risen to the challenge. But would the Celestial Strike be enough to defeat an enemy born of darkness itself? As the final battle approached, Lian knew one thing for certain, she would give everything to protect her clan, even if it cost her life. For every elder who doubted her, there were those who believed in her. The quiet acts of kindness, the whispers of encouragement, the smiles shared in secret. They were the ones who had given her strength when she had none left. She wasn't just fighting for the clan's survival. She was fighting for the few who had seen her as more than an outcast, who had cared for her like family. For those who believed in me when no one else did. I will not let you down. As she stepped onto the battlefield, the weight of the clan's history on her shoulders, Lian knew this fight wasn't just for vengeance or glory. It was for the memories of those quiet moments of care, for the love she had found in the most unlikely places. Her final strike would be for them. The battlefield is a desolate wasteland, shrouded in a dark mist. The sky is filled with swirling black clouds as the Obsidian Emperor stands at the center, his dark aura pulsating, casting an eerie glow over the land. Lian approaches, her figure illuminated by the faint silver light of the Celestial Strike building within her. So, this is the Moonfire Clan's last hope? A mere girl wielding forbidden power. How pathetic. Lian's expression is calm, unyielding. She takes a deep breath, her silver aura intensifying. Her steel fans are drawn, and they gleam with a bright, almost blinding light as she channels all her energy into the Celestial Strike. For those who believed in me, I will protect you, no matter the cost. The Emperor's laughter fills the air, mocking her. He raises his hand, summoning a wave of dark magic that rushes towards her like a tidal wave. Lian charges forward, her feet barely touching the ground as she weaves through the attack with the fluid grace of the shadow dance. The final clash is a whirlwind of light and shadow. Lian dances through the Emperor's dark energy, her fans cutting through the darkness like blades of moonlight. She moves faster and faster, the energy of the celestial strike gathering into a single, concentrated point at the tip of her fan. What, is this power? Lien leaps into the air, the full moon appearing from behind the clouds, bathing the battlefield in silver light. Her eyes are closed, her face serene as she brings her fan down in one swift, decisive strike. Celestial strike. A flash of blinding light engulfs the battlefield, consuming both Lien and the Obsidian Emperor. The shockwave rips through the dark mist, dispersing it into nothingness. For a brief moment, everything is silent, the world holding its breath. The light fades, revealing the aftermath. The Emperor's dark form crumbles into ashes, scattered by the wind. The battlefield is empty and still, except for the warriors of the Moonfire Clan who watch in stunned silence. Lien. The warriors search frantically, but there is no trace of Lien's body. Only a single white flower rests gently on the ground, glowing faintly with silver light. The silence is filled with an unspoken feeling of both sorrow and peace. A tranquil mountaintop, bathed in the golden hues of a setting sun. The air is filled with the laughter and shouts of young girls practicing martial arts. Lien stands at the edge of a cliff, her figure silhouetted against the sky, watching over the girls as they spar. Her eyes are calm and content, a soft smile playing on her lips. May approaches from behind, carrying a small bundle of herbs. The two friends share a warm smile as May places the herbs down and joins Lien, gazing at the students below. You're really enjoying this, aren't you? Hiding away up here, training girls like some mysterious, legendary master. If only they knew the great warrior Lien was right under their noses. It's better this way. If the elders had known I survived the battle, they would have feared me. Even after everything, the jealousy and fear might have returned. My talent for hiding my aura gave me the perfect way out, to disappear and live peacefully. May nods, understanding. She looks out at the young girls training, their movements mirroring the techniques Lien had mastered in secret all those years ago. The clan has changed. They've opened the training halls to girls, thanks to you. They're no longer bound by those old prejudices. They and their stupid prejudices. It took a battle against the darkest of enemies to finally see the light. But I'm glad I could help push them in the right direction. A young girl runs up the mountain path towards them. The girl has Lien's eyes, bright and full of determination. Mama, Aunt May. I did it. I mastered the shadow dance technique you taught me. Lien kneels down, hugging her daughter, a wide smile on her face. That's my girl. You're a natural, just like your mother. And just like her, you'll be a force to be reckoned with. Lien stands, holding her daughter's hand as she looks out at the horizon. Her eyes drift back to the village below, where life has resumed its peaceful rhythm. She sees the young girls training, the elders watching with pride rather than skepticism, and the villagers smiling as they pass by the training grounds. The clan needed time to heal, to grow without fear or jealousy. By hiding myself, I gave them that chance. And now, they've learned to see the worth of every warrior, no matter their gender. You've given them a gift that will last generations, Lien. You may have hidden yourself, but your legacy is impossible to hide. You're watching over them, guiding them, even if they don't know it. Asterisk. Lien's smile widens as she looks back at May, then down at her daughter, who is practicing a stance with perfect form and lays her head on her husband's shoulder.